Hey guys, Dilla304 here. Today I have another computer video for you. This is a Lenovo ThinkPad X200 tablet I got a couple of days ago. I got it from the same shop that I got the Lenovo ThinkPad X201 from back in the day. Some of you will remember that machine, which I don't actually have anymore. Anyway, this is the X200 tablet, so not only is it the model before the X201, this is the tablet version. So we'll take a quick look at it. So this is a tablet PC. I believe it's 12.1 inches, might be 13. Not entirely sure because I don't prepare for anything. But basically, I got this in trade for my 2006 Core Duo MacBook plus an iPhone 4. So for that, I did get an upgrade here. This is a far better spec machine. So yeah, here we are. So obviously, ThinkPad, you can see that has a pretty big gap between the display. That's because of the tablet hinge design. It has this latch here, which is actually kind of interesting. I'll show you later. I believe this is a plastic port for the wireless and the Bluetooth, since this is probably all metal. As you can see, it's in pretty good condition. It was kind of rough when I picked it up. Funny story is, actually, when I was working at that shop about a year ago, this was one of the computers that I got going because it had a note with the specifications and they were my handwriting. So naturally, I thought it would be kind of cool to have this machine. Of course, on the front we got the latch, the SD card reader. On this side we have USB audio, I believe that's Kensington lock, Ethernet, hard drive caddy, and this actually is, obviously a tablet PC, so it uses a Wacom pen. It's actually missing the pen, but I did order one for about $9 on eBay, so that'll be here probably next week. Not sure what that little hole is for. USB, the giant battery. We'll take a look at that once I boot the computer up. On the side, okay, here's the Kensington lock. We have the 20-volt power vent for the, heatsink and such. VGA, Ethernet, USB, PCM CIA, and the wireless switch. So that's cool. Pretty full-featured notebook. I assume this cost a decent amount of money back in the day. So this hinge, this latch is kind of interesting. Obviously, you can convert this thing into a tablet, but when you do that, obviously you might want to lock the screen into place. Well, you can do that. All you got to do is take this and push it, and then it locks into place. So now it's a tablet PC, and the screen isn't flopping all over the place. So, like I said, I don't have the pen for this thing, so I can't really use it as a tablet PC. Here, let me fix this. I can't use this as a tablet PC yet until I get the pen, so we're not going to be demonstrating those features. But until that actually happens, I guess I will go ahead and demonstrate the actual machine. So let me fix my lighting here. Alright, there we go. Now you can see the whole machine. No problem. So, like I said, this thing was a little rough when I picked it up, but I wiped the whole thing down with alcohol, and now it looks pretty good. It's actually in not bad condition. Obviously, it only has a nipple mouse. The X201 was the first X-series, the first X-series ThinkPad of this era to have a touchpad. So, that was like 2010, so it was kind of, yeah, Lenovo, you're kind of late to the party. I mean, my Dell Latitudes over there that are like from 2003 had touchpads. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's got the nipple mouse, that's it. I don't really like nipple mice. They're kind of hard to use. I'm used to touchpads. But anyway, moving on. Old ThinkPad style keyboard. A lot of people don't like the newer X220s, maybe it was, that they introduced the new chiclet style keyboard. A lot of people don't like it. Obviously, there on the screen we have all our tablet controls. So there we have, I believe that's to rotate the screen. That's orientation. Not sure what that is. There's a lock. I believe it has dual microphone. That's what those two holes must be. A bunch of status lights there. Lenovo X200 tablet. It does have a biometric fingerprint reader, so that's a nice touch. So I'm glad it actually has that option. Obviously, regular keyboard. We have our screen here. The screen resolution is 1280 by 800. I believe this is a 12-inch laptop. So there you go. Obviously, it is a Wacom style pen-sensitive display. So touch finger won't work, but if you get the pen, it'll obviously track the movement. What's funny is the display is actually recessed a lot. I believe this is just the touch layer and then the screen is beneath. So there we are. No webcam on this model. I kind of wish it had a webcam, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and boot it up. Okay, there we go. Power button requires a little force. So there we are, ThinkPad. It's running Windows 7 Ultimate. I reinstalled it. It had Windows 7 Professional, I believe, but it also had a bunch of other crap that they installed on it, like, you know, just bloat and stuff, and it was kind of slow. And it was 32-bit. That was the biggest reason that I reinstalled it. I reinstalled Windows 7 Ultimate 64-bit, so that's cool. So for the specs, this thing has a 1.83 gigahertz Core 2 Duo. It has 3 gigabytes of RAM. It had 2 gigs when I got it, but I upgraded it to 3. It has lost my train of thought. It has a 250 gigabyte drive, not sure from what manufacturer or anything. And it has Intel graphics, of course. So, yeah, let me go ahead and swap hands here so I can do the fingerprint thingy. And there we are. So that works pretty well. I'll let this thing log in and we'll take a quick look at it. Not a whole lot to do with software, so software is kind of boring in my opinion. It's more about the computer. But there we are. The screen, since it's a matte display, this isn't the clearest screen I've ever seen. It's also not the brightest, but it's alright. It's good enough. It gets the job done, as they say. Also, what's interesting is you can lock this power button so you can't press it accidentally. I thought that was kind of nice. So it does have a traditional hard drive, so it's not, you know, super blazing fast like an SSD machine would be. I believe this is an IPS screen. I'm not entirely sure, and maybe it's not. Nah, probably not. But it has good viewing angles for not being an IPS screen, so that's nice. Let's take a look at the battery. So, okay, so let's not show that at startup. Close this. I'll go down here. We'll take a look at the battery. I have a battery bar. I install this on a lot of my computers. But as you can see, we have, well, it used to be a 66 watt-hour battery, but now it's only a 59 watt-hour battery. Only got 10% wear though, so that's pretty good. Still has 19% of its capacity left. I tested this somewhat. I ran it for 1 hour and I believe it dropped only about 80%, so that's nice. So it should last at least 3 or 4 hours on the charge, so that's cool. Anyway, I'm going to swap hands so I can use this nipple mouse. Let's go ahead and take a look at the specs, system properties. So as you can see here, Windows 7 Ultimate, we have a Core 2 Duo L9400 at 1.86 gigahertz. 3 gigabytes of RAM, 64-bit operating system. There you are. So this thing runs pretty well for being as old as it is. It runs Windows 7 just fine actually. So yeah, this thing is good for watching videos like on YouTube and Facebook and stuff. It will play 720p videos. It struggles with 1080p. It doesn't like it. But 720p videos are watchable. They drop some frames here and there, but it's all good. Otherwise, yeah, this is a nice little tablet computer. I'm excited to get the pen because I want to, you know, experiment with this thing, with it being a tablet PC and all. But there you are. There is my overview of the Lenovo ThinkPad X200 tablet laptop. So there you go.